Hey kids, welcome back to Worth the Spin. Another edition of Worth the Spin. Alright, I'm your host Jack. Welcome. I hope you enjoy this video. Hope you enjoyed my past video and any future videos I may make. And I will make more. Alrighty, a little bit of an early one here. It's about 2 a.m. where I'm at. A little late for me. I'm usually up by even before now, which I've been up for a little while. But I don't sleep well. Wife's not home, so yeah, I thought, hey, let's get one in real quick before work, because I got some stuff I got the other day, and it's kind of scattered, and I just kind of want to get it picked up. It's driving me nuts being scattered. And if I don't get it picked up and put away, it's going to drive me nuts for the rest of the day. Not that I'm going to be home. I'm leaving for work in a couple hours, but anyway. Things to do, people to see, and there's a saying about something like that. Anyway, let's stop playing around. Let's get down to some business here. Alrighty, so I went the other day, so a place that I know, and I talked about it before, where they have a collection of Beatles 45s, and they're hidden away in a secret locked closet that you have to ask to see. And then, I don't know, either pull them all out or they pull them partially out, or I don't know. It's not a favorite store of mine. I don't really like it. They're very bad on their trade value. They pretty much rip you off, as far as I'm concerned, and then they resell things at a very high price. They mark them up with markers, stick tape all over, and at one point it was probably, in my opinion, probably one of the best record stores here in St. Louis. They had like 4 stores, and I mean, it was always good finding stuff, and you know, it was just different back then. It's all condensed into one. The owner is getting up there, and probably should get some more help in to modernize the store, but refuses to do so. He's still pricing things out of a 1978 price guide. I watched him the other day, and I'm confused by it. We've talked about it before, and he tells me the prices in there are just as updated as they are today in 2025. I beg to differ, but hey, if I knew anything about running a record store, I wouldn't be sitting here talking in an empty room. I'd be doing some record selling. So I'm not. So let's talk about what I did accomplish to get. So all of a sudden, the like 12 boxes of Beatles 45s he had got condensed down to one box, and it was a lot of it was pretty much empty sleeves, priced at $30 to $85 a piece. And the few sleeves that did have records in them, some of them were priced as high as $250. Yeah. Here's an example. You want to see what a $250 45 is on there? Give me just a second. So, and I did not get this from there, and I certainly did not pay that price for it. But they have 3 copies of this in this box down there. 2 marked at $250, 1 with a line slashed through the $250, and a new price of $230 written on it. And not quite in the condition this one is. So this would be a $250 single at this record store. It's on the Swan label. You've seen this one before. I've had this for a little while. I found this and yeah, so I didn't pay $250 for this one, but yeah, this column says it's not worth $250. Interesting. Anyway, so yeah, that's the kind of thing. But I don't know. I've tried to talk price and stuff with them and kind of set in their ways. The price is the price. It is what it's worth according to the price guide. So I don't know. Anyway, they have a lot of really good stuff down there still I'd like to get. So I don't know. I went down there, and then all of a sudden all these boxes of Beatles 45s just became one condensed box of overpriced things and empty sleeves and a mishmash of I don't know. So I'm confused. So I'm going to go down again maybe this weekend and try again and see if I can get some more dug out to go through, because not too long ago, probably the last time I looked down was about a month ago, and there was a lot of really good Paul McCartney solo singles in there that I don't have, and I kind of like to get some of those. And they were not, those at the time were like priced at like $15 a piece, which is still way overpaying what they're worth. If you look on Discogs or eBay or anywhere, that's way over what these are worth. But I don't know. There's some of them I like to get. Some of them are kind of hard to find. So it would be nice to just kind of get them to help fill my collection of Paul McCartney singles. But yeah, I don't know. Whatever. It's kind of crazy. Not a really great record store in my area, unfortunately. So the best one that I found is like a little over an hour away. So you're going into Illinois in order to get to that one. There's one here that is up in the city. That's pretty good. They get a good selection of stuff in. But lately it's kind of dried up on any really nice Beatles stuff. They said they're just not coming across it, which, probably true. All right, so let's take a look at what I did get. And I didn't pay $250 for none of these singles, by the way. Just saying. All right, so I picked up this one here. This is Paul McCartney, Once Upon a Long Time, which I believe is a theme that he did for the Princess Bride movie. Let's see if it tells on here. Probably so. I don't see it on here. But anyway, this came out around the time of All the Best, the greatest hits collection that he did. And this is for the Princess Bride movie. I'm pretty positive. That's your front side. This would be your back side. Doesn't really say. So here's your back side. A little closer so you can examine it a little better. And then we'll take a look at your 45, which is on the EMI Parlophone label. So I believe that this is that this would be a British pressing. So, which is odd because all the other British pressings I have the regular 33 and a third hole, spindle hole, not the big American one. So that's kind of odd. Anyway, one that I needed, just never bought, so I picked it up. It was like $5. Here another Paul McCartney. This is Only Love Remains, and this is from my least favorite McCartney album, Press to Play. It's not a bad song. It's pretty good. I just, every time I try that album, I think I talked about it the other day, I didn't listen to it for a long time. Then I went back and I listened to it again, and yeah, I still didn't like it. So some albums are that way, and this is, I think, probably considered Paul's worst album. This is the B-side. This is the A-side for you on the classic Rainbow Capital label that they went back to for a while there in the early 80s and so. All right, there you go. That's your B-side. And your B-side on this is Tough on a Tightrope. And this version of this song, which really isn't all that much different, is the version that came from the CD of this album and not the vinyl album. And the version's really not that much different. So I don't know why they included it that way, but they did. All right, here's Waterfalls. This is one of my more favorite McCartney songs. I think it's an underrated song. It's the front side. I have the British version of this too, so it's cool to have the American version. There's also a $5.45. That's your back side with the lyrics and stuff. And we will take a look at your actual label. This is single. And the B-side on that is Check My Machine, which is a cool song. There you go. And that is that. Alrighty. So just notice a bunch of writing on here. So I guess somebody forgot that this was done by Paul McCartney. So they wrote on the little flap inside it's just Paul McCartney. Nice. Alright. George Harrison, This Is Love. It's hard to find George Harrison picture sleeves. George and Ringo, in my opinion, are the hardest ones to find. So this is Love from Cloud 9. It's your A side. Yeah, or your front side, and this is your back side. This is like a perfectly mint almost single, and this one here was like $8. So that's okay. $8 is fine. I got these all in trade anyway, so I trade where I can anymore. I'm fairly good about finding albums and bins that are certain places I'll go to and I'll find albums and bins that have significant value to them, and they're underselling them, which is cool. Some of them I like, and I'll pick them up for me, and others I really don't care too much about. But I know that I can get what I'm paying for it in trade, if not more, and usually it's more. So I'll pick them up and then just use those for trade. Just a little tidbit there for you. Watch for some of those more rare albums, and then you find them, you get them at a bargain. Even if you don't like the bands, buy them, because they make really good trade down the road. So this is Love. I think we said that. That's your A side. Sorry, it was a little fast there, but that's your B side. All right, and your B side is Breath Away from Heaven. It's another good song. It's two really good George Harrison songs. Not a huge Cloud9 fan, but it is a very good album. I will say that. This is a cool sleeve. I like that. All right, this one here is a repress from '84. And it's the Beatles, I Want to Hold Your Hand. And this is a repress of the one where Paul's cigarette has been airbrushed out. I don't have this version of it, so that's why I got it. I don't have the original one either. That's pretty tough to find. The backside's the same thing. So, yeah. Usually most Beatles singles, Americans, is that's the way it is. The front is the back. And this is your 45, and it's that good old swirl, capital swirl, which is a lot darker. And I saw her standing. All right, so there you go. And these all play really good. They look really good. They play really good. I cleaned them, of course, and they sound pretty good. Very minimal crackle, and it was nice. That one there was like $10, which is probably, I don't know. I never really look things up on Discogs that much. If I come across an album and it strikes me, and like I said, I go through a bin, I'm like, ooh, man, that's worth a lot more than what that's priced for. And I'll kind of go on like eBay and double check it. I use Discogs to keep track of my collection, like most people do. Problem is it seems things seem to disappear, and I spent quite a bit of time this week before work going back over through my Beatles stuff to get back into Discogs, because some of it just vanished, so I don't know what that's all about. This is a French single, and it's on the Odin label, and it's the Beatles. It's Yesterday, and its B-side is The Night Before. And this is a 1976 repress, I believe. Not 100% sure, but I do not believe this is the original. This might be a first pressing. I'll have to check. It says 73 on the label, so that's why I don't think it's an original. But it's cool. And it's back when we can't remember names, so we wrote the names on there. So that's the front sleeve. It's kind of cool. I will pick up these odd foreign things if they're like cheap. And this was like $4. Because they're just neat. I like the different covers, and I just think they're kind of cool. And this one on the back has the Beatles. Has 4 Beatles, as you'll see here in a minute. So I was like, wow, that's kind of interesting. It has a list of other Beatles singles that you can buy, which also reason for me to believe that this is I don't know. I just noticed this. So on the back it says it is a first release, so I was wrong. I guess don't need Discogs for that. This is a first release in 1976. And that's what it says here on the back of the sleeve. Whereas, we'll take a quick look at the single. The single itself on the label says this is a 1973 release. So I might have to do a little research into this and see, that's your B-side. Might have to do a little research into this one. Sometimes I get them, like these foreign ones, I don't pay a lot of attention to them. I just clean them up, listen to them, drop them in the box with the other ones. And, yeah, that's kind of neat. It says it's first release, though. Interesting. Anyway, here's the 4 Beatles on the back for you. I don't know which one's which. Might be why they wrote their names on the front so they can keep track. That's kind of cool. See, I like these weird little foreign things. I love them. I think they're kind of cool, man. All right. And this one here is one of the very few original American singles that I have missing. And unfortunately, the sleeve's not in better condition, but I'll take it because it's just hard to find. And it's all you need is love. Back to Baby You're a Rich Man, which is a great song. Backside, again, this is an American single. It's the same thing. You don't get anything different. Most of the Beatles, American Beatles singles are the same, front and back side. But so were the British. So, and this is your label. And it's in really nice condition. It does have some light surface scratching. More towards the edge at the beginning there than anywhere. And then the label has these little like peck holes there or somebody. You know, I like to try to give them as many as I can, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna spend, you know, if you want a mint copy of this thing, you know, it's like $35, $40, $50, and I'm just not gonna pay that. I'm happy with a secondhand, not 100% mint, because I'm not gonna really listen to them, and then, you know, down the road when I'm not here any longer, somebody else is probably going to deal with this collection. And regardless, they'll probably get $2 for it. So anyway, that's how I feel about that. So there you go. So that's nice to have that. And we'll take my $250 single and put it back in here with these crummy little $5 singles. Oh. Alrighty. So I covered all my new releases. These I just, like I said, I got the other day when I went and took a look. And the only one I didn't cover of my new releases, Beatle-wise, was the Wings album. The video got a little long, so I thought it was a little long, so I thought I would just talk about that later. And I was going to talk about it with the Anthology 4, Volume 4. But I got a notification from Best Buy where I ordered it months ago, telling me that, yeah, we cannot fulfill your order on this. We may have to cancel and refund you. So that's odd. So I did a little searching this morning, like, what the heck's up with that? And it is not available on Target's website. It says unavailable, cannot fill this order. Walmart says they have it, but it's not available for online order. And you have to go into the store to pick it up. And happen to be at work at 5 in the morning, and they don't open until like Walmart in my area don't open anymore until like 6 or 7. I'm gonna have to wait till lunchtime to go investigate that. So I don't know what's up with Best Buy. I looked at some other places. It's online. You can get it. I was just kind of wondering all of a sudden if, wow, what's up? Is this like a allocated thing all of a sudden? Are they mad because we wanted it just by itself? So they're not releasing very many copies singly? And they're trying to make you say, oh, sorry, we released it singly like you wanted, but it sold out so quick. You'll just have to buy our $400 box set now. I don't know. I don't know if that's the case. I have not seen anything really yet about that. I've just been up for a couple hours and checking on my pre-order, which when I checked on it yesterday, says you will have it delivered to you by today, which is odd because it didn't show shipped. So I don't know how they would get it here today. And I say overnighted it, which is fine. As long as they don't charge me that price. But yeah, the notification I got was that we cannot fulfill your order. So I'm not happy about that. So I'm going to look into that and see what's going on. A couple other things I picked up the other day when I found these. Just because I like to talk about different records that I get. So, you know, I'm a fan of other music other than just the Beatles. So I found this picture disc, Megadeth, Countdown to Extinction. One of my all-time favorite albums. Yeah, definitely the best Megadeth. I know a lot of people aren't a fan of Megadeth, but I am. I don't have a lot of Megadeth. I used to listen to more metal a lot, and I don't so much do it anymore. I'm kind of more at the stage of a little more quieter, you know. And I hate to say that, but you get to that age, and it's kind of what you know. Anyway, I couldn't pass this up because you cannot. This is like the only official release, I think. All the others I've seen are all bootleg, so this is a hard one to get. I just had the original vinyl. I wish I had kept it, but that was years ago, and I don't know what happened to it. Anyway, so here's the picture disc of Megadeth, Countdown to Extinction. Interesting cover. They have interesting covers. It's pretty cool. Here's your B-side. I have not opened it up yet and cleaned it and played it yet because I haven't had time. I've been busy doing stuff. I don't know, stuff. It's just stuff. All right. I picked this up because I didn't have this one in my collection. I do have the original release, but I don't have the 45th anniversary edition. I have it of all the other Motley Crue albums because I'm a big Motley Crue fan. But this one I don't never see. From what I hear, it sells really well. Usually when it comes into stores, it sells pretty quick. And nobody seems to get too many in at one time, so I don't know. But I love the updated cover to this because it's different than the here. I don't want to advertise this place. So it's a little bit different than there's different things. The way this cover is done is a little more different than the original cover is. The original cover you don't have. I didn't dig it out. You don't have this stuff going on here and that, and it's just a different appearance by looking at it all together. I like this version of this cover a whole lot better. It's very, very nice. But like I said, I have all the other 45th anniversary editions of the Motley Crue albums, and I don't have this because it's this is kind of a hard one to find for whatever reason. I was trying to pick that sticker off, but I don't want to come off. I'll probably tear the plastic off of this anyway and get into a sleeve protector because it's already, and it's because this is black. You can see where it's already being new, fading right there. And that happens a lot. I find that a lot with albums that have black covers. They seem to fade quite a bit. You get that ring wear really quick, which is odd. We'll take a quick look at it because I like Motley Crue. Yeah, they were called glam rock, and this is the insert you get. Pretty much mimicking, we're just mimicking the original album, which is pretty sweet. This has not been cleaned or played yet either. Haven't had time. I've been busy. I don't know, stuff. So I really love how this is done. It's definitely different than the original release. This is your side A, and this is your side B. I remember getting this when it first came out at a place called Kmart, standing in line buying it when it first came out, like the first week. And yeah, I just remember it. I was there, I did it. So it's really cool. I think this is a very cool repress of this, how they've done this cover. And the vinyl itself, it's nothing at all like the original one. It's just really cool. It's kind of, as far as the reissues that they're doing, or have done, this really stands out. The other ones are pretty much just the exact same as the original releases, but this one is significantly different, and presentation wise and appearance wise, and then that's pretty cool. I liked how they've done that. It's really sharp. All right, I got a last record store day. They had a picture sleeve 45 of Smoking in the Boys Room, and it has this repro ticket deal, which is cool. Motley Crue's coming back on tour in 2026. I know it's I don't know. There's lots of things going on there with Vince Neil, so we'll see. I would like to go because I love Motley Crue, and my last time of seeing Motley Crue, I had the ticket stub too. Remember, you guys should get ticket stubs for concerts. You waited in line for hours, and then you got a physical ticket stub. And yeah, that's pretty cool. But it's on the wall downstairs with some other ones in 1985 is when I saw Motley Crue last. I was supposed to see him after that with Ozzy, and then Ozzy got sick and the tour got canceled or rescheduled for St. Louis, and then just canceled altogether. So that was a bummer, but oh well. So hopefully I can see him again next year. Going to depend. I haven't looked at the ticket prices yet. They're on sale now. I haven't looked at the ticket prices. So it's going to depend on the ticket prices, honestly. Because, man, they want a lot of money for stuff, for tickets, man, for concerts. All right, let's talk about this because we are running behind, and I do have to get ready for work here. This is the Wings. This is the new Wings Greatest Hits album, and I love the presentation of this. I love the hardback thingy. That's kind of cool. But as I usually do on these box sets, I've taken the records out and I've put them in my own sleeve protectors, and I will store them outside of this. Just because these kind of things are cool, but they're a pain to get records in and out of, and then you start digging them up, and you know they get kind of messed up. So I take everything out of my box sets and I bag and board it individually, and then I'll put it back on the shelf. The box and then the records outside, so that way they're easier to get to when I want to listen to them, and nothing gets all banged up. So the inside of this is kind of hard to see, but there is a picture on the inside, which is pretty awesome. If you look through there, you can see it there too. That is printed on the inside of the box. I thought that was really cool. It's a great selection of songs on here. Of course, with any greatest hits, you know, if you're a big fan, you know, you look at it and you go, wow, where's so-and-so or so-and-so or so-and-so? Makes good stuff on here, but where's these songs? You know, this is a 3-disc set, and you can only get so much on vinyl. So there's quite a bit on here to choose from. And I think there's some very, very nice choices. There's nothing on here I would look at and say, man, they shouldn't have put that on there, because I'm a huge fan. So I love all the stuff, but yeah, you're never going to get, and a lot of people complain about, what, another greatest hits? Yeah, another greatest hits. But bands update their greatest hits all the time. And I think the comment was made that this is more for newer fans than older fans of Paul McCartney, to kind of get them into his older music. And I kind of disagree with that statement. I think it's a cash grab. With the book about Wings that has come out, which I still haven't gotten, and the documentary that they're doing, it's just kind of a way to toss something else in there to make a little bit more money. Personal opinion, could be wrong. I still got it and still bought it, but I'm just saying. I don't think any older or newer fans to Paul McCartney are going to run out and buy this box set. I believe this box set was to help capitalize on the new book and the new documentary and whatever. So with this, you get this cool book, which I have not had time to read yet, so we'll just a little bit of it. Has the albums in there, tells you a little bit about the albums. Really cool. These songs are all off of different pressings. Most of the pressings are the remasters or the McCartney archive collection ones, and it helps him reinforce the rumor of him finally doing Back to the Egg in London Town in the McCartney archive collection. People are still saying that's coming. I think that ship has way past sailed, and we'll never see those. Best we can hope for now, I think, is if the remaster series, which I've not heard anything announced on that, continuing that yet. So I think he seems to get to a certain point with these sets and stops. He did it with the colored vinyl thing, which I didn't get because I'm not a colored vinyl fan. He's done it with the archive collection, and to me, I think he's kind of done it with the remaster series because I've not heard anything on it yet. Nobody said anything about it, so I think he's probably kind of done with doing these. That's just my opinion, of course. All right. Checking my microphone there. Some kids were playing with it the other day, and it's not really working right, I don't think. Oh, you get a sticker sheet. These are cool stickers. Of course, I'm not going to stick them on anything. I'm beyond the age of using stickers on things. Putting sticker sheets and posters in records nowadays are cool, but if you jack the price up for it, you can stop putting them in there because they're just sitting in the box. Get this nice little litho or whatever comes with it, and that's kind of cool. Again, something that could have been, as far as I'm concerned, could have been left out and saved me a couple of dollars. And you get, and it can be hard to really display them, show them, but you get these posters. Here's one. I love this collage thing that he's doing with this album. I love this. This is so cool. And I'm not going to lie, that would be cool to put on the wall. But if you saw this room, there's no room on the walls for anything. I have two posters that I bought the last Godzilla convention I went to. Bob Eagleton, very popular artist. I would consider him a friend. We do a lot of talking and stuff. And I got them from him, and they're up on the ceiling because I have nowhere to put them. And there's this little poster that comes with, which is neat, but I wouldn't hang that up on the wall anyway either. It's not that great. All right, so it's kind of cool. So it's a cool little set. It's got some good songs on there. I'm not going to go over what pressing of what album everything is, has come off of. It doesn't really matter. I think it sounds really good. I think he made some very nice choices on here, and yeah, it's cool. And I would still like to see the McCartney archive collection continue, at least to the point of doing Back to the Egg and I don't know why. Nothing ever works out on camera, kids. That's why a lot of people edit. I don't have that ability. You know what? We're just going to set it right there. It was like that way when we came in today. But anyway, so here's your vinyls. This is side one, or record one. And again, we do the collage thing. And the back's the same. And it's really cool. I like this. I love this collage thing that he's doing. I think that's very neat. There's nothing exciting on there, but I think it's cool. And again, this was the online McCartney store exclusive. And this is my favorite kind of vinyl other than black that they do. I love the clear. I love the clear. At one point I had a selfie light that I took apart, and that was about this size, and I attached it to my turntable, and it lighted up and it was really cool. Unfortunately, I didn't want to glue anything down to my Fluence turntable, so I just set it on there and used a little tape to hold it in place. And the heat from the turntable, the tape would come loose, and you start hearing slight noise where it was scraping. The record was scraping off of those LED lights on there. So I took it back off because I didn't want to mess up my turntable, and I didn't want to mess up any albums. So really good sounding album, well worth the spin. I think this is a very nice setup. Like I said, it's hard to pick somebody like, the Beatles and Pink Floyd and Led Zeppelin. You're getting in bands, it's really hard to go, man, this is the greatest hits. Let's see. Let me get 10, 12 songs. It's tough. It's tough. And Wings is certainly one of those bands. Here's record 2. Again, we have the collage thing going. I love the collage thing. I think that's very cool. There's your backside. And this one is a green vinyl. And everything has kind of an off name. It's not just like green. It's, Northern Lights green or something. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it's just green to me. And so that's it there. And I will admit that looks kind of cool. It's different than the green that was used for the Target Abbey Road. That was a lot darker. This is a lot lighter. And I like this better. It is kind of cool. It's neat. All right. And again, I have learned that records only play if they're colored vinyl. They don't work if they're black anymore. Defect, I guess. Alrighty, so that's anyway. And this is record 3. And again, loving the collage. It's very neat. And this is the back again, just the collage. It's very cool. And this is your record. This is a, I don't know, pink, hot pink, light pink, pink. I don't know. So that's your there. So that's cool. These do look cool. I'm not going to lie. They do look cool. It's, I still think colored vinyl is a gimmicky thing, but it doesn't matter. As long as the record plays good and the music sounds good, that's what really matters. So what color the vinyl is really doesn't matter any at all. So there you go. So that's Wings' greatest. I don't have a lot to say about it. I listened to it. It sounds really good. I think it's a really good selection of songs. And, the thing that they're saying that, some of this stuff is kind of leads into saying, yeah, I am going to do archive collections of Back to the Egg in London Town. I don't see that. But it doesn't matter. If he does them, he does them. I don't think we'll ever see the other archive collections done. And I'm really kind of wondering if we're even going to see the Half Master series continue, which would be a shame. To me, other people are like, yeah, that's just, money grab there too. But personal opinion on all that stuff. These are certainly worth the spend. So I would pick them up. And whatever colored vinyl you want to get in many different versions of this album to get. And luckily I'm not one of those to say, ooh, I got to have every single, color variation of this. Like the Taylor Swift fans do. She'll do 30 variations of the colored vinyl. And I think maybe that's why I don't like colored vinyl. And they buy them all. And it's the same music. It's just a different color on the disc. So that's a personal opinion there. All right, so that's what I got for you for today. Hope you enjoyed this video. That catches us up on my additions to my Beatles collection. Still working on doing the Black Crowes review. I haven't gotten it all listened to yet. And so as soon as I do and I go through all the stuff that's in the packet, then we'll talk about that. It'll be here soon. I just got to get it listened to. I will this weekend, the rest of the way. Alrighty, that's all I got for you. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you watching this video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, please. Maybe consider subscribing to my channel if you like it enough. You'll get notifications when I do finally get around to making new videos. Alright, kids, that's all I got for you. Same bat time, same bat channel next time, whenever that is. Yellow Submarine clock on the wall says you're running late. You got to get a shower and leave for work, dude. So I need to do that. Thank you for tuning in this early morning time with me. Well, you're probably watching this at 6 p.m. at night, and I'm not getting up to watch that at 2 a.m. That's okay. That's cool. No problem. I appreciate you still being here. Appreciate you watching. Appreciate you giving me the thumbs up, subscribing, and spread a little love out there today, because there certainly is not enough of it. I'm going to try to do just one good deed today for somebody. Open a door, take their cart, walk by. Sometimes I walk past people, and especially if they're elderly and they're done with their cart, I go, "Can I take your cart for you?" And I push it to the cart corral for them. Just one small act of kindness is all it takes to change somebody's day. And eventually, if we all do enough of it, hopefully the whole entire world. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. We'll get that Black Crowes review in, because that album is awesome. It's awesome in the older OG version. It's awesome because I just love the Black Crowes, and I love that in particular album too. So, but we're going to look at this remaster and talk about how awesome that is too, because it's awesome. So, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you all later. Take care.